Ah, sunrise.
Hi there, guys. Bit of a heads up. Yeah, this is my first video, and I'm a bit of a potty mouth every now and then. So, kids, y'all better change the video. This is just some general stuff on Sky Factory 3. This is my Sky Factory world, obviously. It is a void world. I just built a floor in there, and this is the scanner. These ones. The scanner here, I just use that to generate all this overworld you guys are currently seeing, just to make it feel less empty. Alright, I'm just gonna gloss over some stuff that I found useful. I made a little page of notes here. As you know, you start off with these trees. Well, a tree with some dirt on it. Don't lose it. And sorry, my music disc is Jukebox is automated. It's a mechanical user, vacuum chest. This feeds into another mechanical user. So this one clicks it to drop the disk. This one puts in the new disk. I'm just gonna leave it. This is the disk though. This is the disk you want. This is the disk you get from the Gaia Guardian. It's awesome. Oh yeah. Anyway. These trees. Yeah, if you want this lead, just build yourself a couple of shears, and the reason you'll want them is you put them in, feed them into a barrel, they compost and they become dirt, so that'll be how you be building your dirt. You can do the same with the wood actually. If you build yourself a hammer, if you hammer these wooden blocks, they turn into wooden dust or something. You can feed those into this as well to make yourself some more dirt. And then let me see. I think I already said the crook. Build yourself a crook. These guys. If you want these silkworms to get strings so you can make wool from these leaves, build yourself a crook. Increases the drop chance, and well, yeah, so you'll get lots of apples. That'll be a source of food as well. Cobblestone generator. It's the thing you should gun for. You obviously have to sieve through all the stuff with the hammer. Go for the compacted hammer as soon as you can. The compressed hammers, so it just saves you a lot instead of having to do it one by one. Yeah, just compress those blocks. Build yourself the heavy sieve, and yeah, sieve it and get yourself the resources you need to build one of these as soon as you can. Cobblestone generator feeds into one of these gold chests, and then from there, just an item conduit feeds out. Oh, this is my setup, obviously. So generates, feeds into this compressed hammer. Well, actually, it goes to this one first. Compresses it, makes it into compressed stone. Compressed hammer, another compressor, makes it into compressed gravel, whatever. This one hammers it again, and yeah, feeds through compressed sand, boom, dust, and then this one feeds through, and this is the auto sieve. And you can put your class of sieve that you want right here. Yeah, I'm obviously on the diamond one, but depends what you want. You can use the steel one, or well, just check the resources you guys want, because they give different types. If you check the type of nuggets, or no, not nuggets. Source. These ones, these chunks. Anyway, you obviously need 4 of these. Make one of these. So you want these little guys, and here. This is the source. You want the heavy sieve because that's for the compressed stuff. And here's where you can get it. Once you check the sieve there in the middle, the string one, drop chances for whatever it is that you want. Yeah, just a gloss over that. And other than that, let me see. These guys, I love Ender.io, best mod ever. So get yourself these item conduits as fast as you can. Just hook them up to everything. They're just so wonderful to automate. So they don't need redstone signal or anything. Just extract, feed in, blah blah blah. That is excellent. And then I've already explained this whole thing to you. It all feeds into these colossal chests, which are awesome. They got a ton of storage space. and this is the interface. It's the only place you can connect these conduits to, obviously. And this is all alloy smell, so I just kind of automated it to sieve and go in there, and then, you know, be compressed with this little guy here. Compressed, feeds back in, and then just chunks just to kind of get burned automatically by this thing. Turn into ores and then put it back in there. Well, ores, I mean ingots. Anyway, oh, the tricky thing about these are, because they're so awesome, you need an ender pearl to make these. So just make yourself a farm, whatever, just get those endermen as soon as you can. Trust me, it'll save you a ton of time. Just a simple thing like this, just this one, because you get 8 of them when you build one of them. Just a simple thing of connecting this with that, just automated, like this is a sawmill, the sagmill. And yeah, it just saves you a ton of time. This setup, what I would do at the beginning was, once I got this, it went all the way through to dust and then see through there. I just minimized my game, went bed, left it. So yeah, just generates me a ton of resources. Okay, either than that, let's see. You guys will want to make this as soon as you got this automation on the go, because it sucks, absolutely sucks, having to chop down trees the whole time. So, hang on. One of these guys. These guys. This farming station of NRO is really boss. It's awesome. Just give it the tools and give it the shears as well if you want it to harvest the leaves for you. And just feed it out, so it keeps generating your apples, wood, whatever it is you want, into this little guy. And then this one, I had to one of those auto hammers hooked up to it, so the wood, it would just hammer it up, because I was after dirt. Because I was automating a lot. And here I had a bunch of barrels hooked up to it, so just all these leaves and the dust that had been made by these just got fed into them, and then from there they just got straight into this guy here, all my compressed dirt, and because this guy was gonna get full, so I just put a little auto compressor, snuck it in behind here, compress that dirt. Yeah. Right, next on the list to get power for these guys, your easiest bet's gonna be this. It's little crucibles with magma generators, because it's just unlimited. One thing worth mentioning is, see this rate, this is a block of uranium. It increases the rate, see if you scroll above it, there, rate, times 20. This uranium has got a times 20 rate. So, if you put a regular torch underneath it, it'll be times 1 or something like that. If you put netherrack underneath it and you light that up, it'll give it a multiplier of 4. And then, I also bought, well, what I used to do, these guys, mega torch. Now be careful of them, they stop mob spawns in that radius to say it's there, so if you want spawns, don't put this up. But since I don't want any creepers and bullshit in my base, yeah, I just had a bunch of mega torches underneath here, going into these guys, once again with the conduits behind it there. So generator into there, whoop, cobblestone gets fed into them, and then the fluid ones, just the pressure of what's this? Pressure guys into them. Simple as that. That'll be your basic power, and then from there you can move up to one of these. This is the awesome power core from Draconic Evolution. This is a tier 6 one, it goes all the way up to tier 8, but just check how much, like that's its capacity. So 350 billion RF. That is a ton. And yeah, I just kind of let it pile up, because I just wanted to try something new. I didn't go to an actual generator. What I did was I just built these. Boop, boop. It doesn't quite tell you what it is, but, and this is just feeds the power in. Okay, what these are, this is a tier 4 lightning rods that give you 30 million RF per lightning strike. So I built a bunch of them. Again, so that looks quite cool. Looks like Matrix. Ha! And yeah, at the bottom, just these little things. The energy panels that just sends the power to this energy core, and it just looks awesome. So, and then because you won't have guaranteed stormy weather, you just build this little guy from Enrio, this obelisk with this firework rocket. Just light it up. Ah shit, that's gonna be loud as thunder throughout the rest of the video now. Anyway. Yeah, changes the weather, creates lightning storm, and then lightning strikes, 30 million per, and then I just kind of pile them up and then use them whenever I do need them. Haven't run out yet, so it's pretty cool. These, I'm not sure if it works. Supposedly, it's supposed to increase the chance of lightning strikes happening beneath the cloud. So I just built a giant block of it, and yeah, I'm not sure if it works or not, but anyway, lightning striking, so I'm just gonna leave it here. This is from the end, and yeah, I googled it and I just said increases lightning, the odds of lightning striking during a storm, or I don't know. Anyway, I thought I'd just try it out. Next thing, let me see. These crucibles. I guess everyone knows how to make these crucibles. Just build the normal one out of clay, and then pop it in a furnace or something. It turns into one of these. Next, this is what I made. This fluid collector. It collects whatever fluid blocks in front of it, and then it outputs it to anything that's to the side of it. In this case, I just put the wooden barrels and created an infinite water source here. And then I automated it. Once again, I love automation. Just with these item conduits. This is a resonator thing. Meant for making this stone burned. And yeah, but that's beside the point. I used this because you need, in order to get clay, you need to combine dust. You add dust in this bucket and it turns into clay. Which is why I did this. There's compressed dust. You have to uncompress it before it works though. And then just so feeds in and then set it to extract once again and put an item filter on there so that it only inputs sand, or well, dust, sorry. So then it extracts the clay, feeds in the sand, and it just automates until you have a bottle of clay. Easy as that. Next thing, I have a little list, sorry if I keep on pausing, I'm looking down. Clay barrel sand. Garden cloches, yeah, these guys. They are the shit. They grow anything. You can make seeds from fucking anything. And so what they do, you feed them and they receive power at the top. It doesn't want to connect from anywhere else. So power, pop it in the top, and then the outfeed is this little blocky thing. That block there feeds out next to an inventory. That's the weird thing. To an inventory next to it. Doesn't give it to a conduit. It's weird like that. So you have to put a chest or something that has an actual inventory inside of it, and then set the item conduit to extract from there. And then at the bottom, it takes the water. So connect this fluid conduits all the way at the bottom. So this is NRIO's reservoir, basically an infinite water source, except the conduits can extract from it. And to make those, I just pop these little signs on so I know what they are. It is pretty cool. Even the wither ones. Wither. Oh, look at that. Oh, so cute. These mushrooms, this is the only one that doesn't want to grow on dirt. It's the mushrooms once it wants what's this mycelium, whatever that is, to make mushrooms grow. You can make that by making yourself some witch water, which is just you. No, is it? I think you just put dirt on something. I don't know. I just know there's witch water involved. I forgot. Never mind that. And back to these guys. So they extract, they go into there, and then here is where all the seeds actually go. Because what these guys do is they create an there's nothing there. They create an essence along with the seed. So maybe this will have one. Nope. None of them has any. None. Okay, well, anyway. You'll see it feed in here now. Anyway, it creates a product, and then the seed as well as secondary output there. They go getting extracted, which is really cool because you have the seed reprocessor from here. So they just come here all the way up into this little chest, which has a bunch of filters on it. A white list of all the different types of seeds. It's filtered, so all those seeds come here instead of flooding my chest or anything. They come in there, and then this extraction is the seed reprocessor. And what that does, it squeezes all these seeds again and gives you a couple of essence for each of them. And then from there, I just set them up to feed into this, which is whitelisted for all the essence. Pop, pop, pop. So the essence from there can get into this one as well, along with these. All the essence goes in there, and then this is the crafter, which I did it again, once again. All these essences whitelisted, feeds into there, and you just give them the recipe and crystal if it needs it. That doesn't. This thing you only use for the essences to get to the supreme essence, which is, you know, what you used to make all this stuff out of. And the armor that I'm wearing, that, and it gives me flight. I'm having a beer at the same time. Next thing, crafter, yeah, I did that. Lightning power, yeah, I said that's all that. Oh, the dragons, if you guys want to make these guys at the bottom. I'll go over this mob farm in a bit as well, it's very important. So, here at the bottom of my base, this is to make all the dragons. There's only a couple that I had problems with. To get these, you just have to go to the end, kill that, what's it, the Ender Dragon, get his egg, and then you can make them dependent on whatever you put them on. Like if you put the egg right here, in a 3x3 area of grass, so this will give you the Nature Dragon, which is this. Where are you? That green one, this green one here is Nature Dragon. Anyway, the only ones that I had problems with was the Ghost and the Fire one. If you Google it, the Fire Dragon, that one there, it says you have to put it on lava. It does not work. What you need to do is you have to put it in the middle here of Netherrack, light and fire, becomes the Fire one. That's the water one, it's pretty easy. And then also the Ghost one, which I think is this one. Yeah, this Ghost Dragon also does not want to do it. It says you have to do it in complete darkness by bedrock. I went in here, I built a little room there with dark stained glass or whatever it was that blocks out light, and in there just surrounded with like cobblestone only, still did not work. I ended up going to the beneath and just doing it in there, close to bedrock, and there it worked. So if you guys have the same problem, just try and do that. This is the portal to the beneath. And this is quite a cool place, early game, especially if you guys can get to this. If you have a cobblestone generator, this thing has all the resources basically that you want. If you go in there, there's just tons of resources in there, a ton of monsters as well. So yeah, look out for that. The spawn rate in this mod is just insane. This is just all the cakes you get them from the mob farms, and this is the recycler, very handy. This is just like all the bones, and once you get like a certain amount of spider eyes and webs and this crappy swords and armor and enchanted stuff that they drop, you just build yourself one of those. What that does is it takes a few of them, like, I don't know, you can specify with the item filter again, and then just I don't know, half a stack or a stack of like bone or something, and then it just changes it back just into another loot bag, into a white loot bag, and feeds it into my system. And then from there, I just have these also compressors once again. And this one, I just whitelisted these guys. The rare non-commons, so I at least have epic, and if I want to, I can combine those once again to get the legendary loot bags. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Let me guys show you here. In order to keep this thing from spawning in the day, this is before I got you see that's all black, that's the what's a drop of evil that you get from a wither skeleton. If you right click it on there, it turns into cursed earth, like that what's that thing that you get from the chests, whatever you do the ritual with, that little bookie thing, the book where you have to do the sacrifice and creates cursed earth. Forgot the name. Anyway, so that does that. So if you can get yourself to the nether, kill yourself a couple of wither skeletons, see if you can get a drop of evil, you add that in here, it makes it into cursed earth, and that just basically, it still doesn't spawn if there's lights. There's a couple of lights, so it doesn't spawn in light, but it does, however, spawn when there is a player nearby, where you know, otherwise it wouldn't. If you just switch this off, then they would spawn, and yeah, as you can see, bastards, and that wouldn't happen if you were too close. Yeah, if you're around. How I did this is, obviously there's a mob fan there, just to fall down 3 blocks high so you can get Enderman. Otherwise the Enderman just go dunk, dunk, dunk. So that's a fan, and just all the way into these spikes over here. These dragons. Stupid things. They're dumber than sheep, I swear. But they're pretty cool. They got a strong attack. They like it takes 2 or 3 hits for one of them to kill an Enderman, you know, to give you some kind of idea. So they are strong. They guard you like a cat. They're just not very portable. Anyway, so these fans, the mob fans, they need some kind of trigger. They just all the way down. One more trigger, and they despawned. Anyway, you get the idea. Foop into there. That down there. It's just because I, wasn't in the mood to kill these Endermen. Anyway, so I just made one of these powered spawners, and well. Yeah, inside of it, it's an Enderman spawner, it spawns Enderman. Here, this guy, the mob grinder, that's pretty cool. Because you can give it looting all the way up to looting level 10. So that is cool. So what I did was, making the upgrades for these are really, really shit. So I put in another fan here. So those who bring them into here, instead of having the spikes kill them, I just switch on this guy. And it blows them all and forces them all into this tiny little corner. And since wooden spikes can't kill them, they just stay here to be killed with looting 10. So they drop a lot of stuff, a lot more loot than they would. This is vacuum chest, sucks it up all in. This one is the XP one into this experience obelisk. It's pretty obvious what's happening here. I don't know if I mentioned this glass before or not, but yeah, dark stained glass, so it blocks up all light from the inside. So this stays, you can always see in, but there's no light going into there if that's switched off. But I'm gonna, because the mobs spawn crazy in this thing, so it creates a lot of lag. Just plain experience obelisk to take the XP from there. So yeah, woo, XP. The end portal, I had some trouble with it. Not sure if you guys are going to have some trouble with it as well. All of these blocks, except for the eye. So these end portal blocks, you need, 12 of them? You need 12 of them, and then you need to pop in that eye to activate them. And you can only get these in the legendary loot bags. Yeah, you get these in the legendary loot bags, these end portals. So fill them all, but before filling like the last one, the very last one, this is where I made the mistake, because these blocks are unbreakable basically. They're like bedrock. So just pop the eye in all of them, and in the very last one you have to stand in the actual portal. So be ready to face that dragon and fight him and kill him before he can get back, or else there's no portal. Just stand here in the middle, pop the egg from while standing in the middle of that exact spot, and then put in the last one, and then go fight the dragon, and then you can come back. Yay! Let me see, one more thing. If you guys do die, you can get your stuff back by using a bucket. Like if you fall way down here, this is basically where the ground was, like the very first time. So this is the the resource miner thing. That's a resource miner one. That's the ore miner thing from whatever mod that is. So there's the void. You can see it is very scary. If you fall further than this, though, you'll never get your stuff back, because there's just like no blocks allowed on there, so it doesn't create the little grave thing, so you can actually destroy it and get your items back. But this is the level from there, because from up there where you spawn initially, if you build your base there, you'll drop and you'll die on this level. So what you do, you just like put down a bucket of water up here. I've figured out. So if you have got steel and water and you had some valuable stuff on you, you can risk it by just like destroying this little block or something, putting a block here, and just put the water source block in there, and it'll go all the way down. You can swim down with some cobblestone, build it around it, and reclaim your items. It's pretty easy. Let me see. If you guys are having some lag, I had tons of lag on this thing as well. Just people recommend keep chunk loading into consideration. So try and build your base in like a 3x3 or 5x5 block, and then instead of building outwards, build like downwards, making them kind of layers. I didn't really do that, but yeah, eventually I started building a tiny bit downwards, but the most it's just all over the show. So yeah, just do that and check the mob spawns. I don't know if it's just my PC or if it's everyone's, but I get a ton of lag if this stuff is generating. So there's nothing generating now because I snuck in a lot of these mega torches like beneath the soil and just kind of hit them out of sight in these different places. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's awesome. Yeah, I've been working at this for a while, getting all this stuff to generate using that terrain scanner. Yeah, it makes you feel a bit better if you're not constantly at risk of dying in the void. You just, even with this armor or anything, it's just a scary thing. Falling down there, it just dies. Look at the squid go. Woo. Yeah, just fall down there, I would just lose all this shit on me. Yeah, I think that's that actually.
Hey there guys, so turns out I never uploaded this video, and it's about a year or two later now after making that initial video. So I found the save game. It was still on my PC somewhere. And since I still got the video, I thought yeah, I'd just show you guys a couple of things that I saw I probably didn't show you in the first one. Lightning's already like pouring down, so that's one of the things I didn't show you guys. It's actually what it looks like. Pretty damn cool. It's loud as hell as well. So yeah, these are those tier 4 lightning rods I told you about. Lightning zaps him. And you got these ones here. These energy pylons from Draconic Evolution. They connect to the bottom where the energy comes out here in the middle block. And these are senders only, like the way they are here. So they can only send power. So power goes to them and they send it wirelessly to this gigantic power core right here. It's pretty cool, but expensive to come by wireless energy solution. And I'll show you right now. Anyway, I just like staring at this. I think it looks so cool. It's relaxing. Anyway, so then you have yourself another one of these over here, and you connect this little thingy here. These energy crystals. And this one here, if you have this tool, you shift right click them, as you do most things. You're connecting to some of these crystals, these ones. You just pop them anywhere throughout your base. The range is massive, like 80 blocks or something massive. So you just need one of these, and you can have multiples of these crystals around. Each of these crystals can connect to like 32 devices that use RF or... Damn it, that uses RF power. And yeah, it just sends the power to them wirelessly, exactly as it's like that. So anything, any furnace, anything, all of this, however, I just couldn't be bothered to redo it all because they're already connected with the NRIO energy conduits, and for the life of me I couldn't get myself to have to go in there and dig up all these wires because they kind of fuse together. All these, for any of those who understand how conduits work, they kind of all fuse together in like a single block, and it's really hard to separate them without breaking that initial connection that's going in here between the other things. So anyway, that's how that looks. Pretty epic. I'm gonna put a jam on so let's see how loud this is. Hopefully my microphone is louder than this music. Yeah, sounds about right, I hope. Anyway, epic music and thunder. It's nice. Yeah, whenever I do have the opportunity and I do play my Minecraft games, I try and get any type of sustainable energy, I guess. Like, even though it's in a game, I like anything that's sort of renewable and requires as little management as possible. So I've gone through loads of them, and this is just the one I settled on in this game, because it was new as well, a new thing. And yeah, quite interesting. Unlimited, huge amounts of power. As I said before, there's still loads bigger than this one. This is tier 6, it goes way to tier 8, I believe. So this is the capacity there. 356 billion RF, that's the storage. And you'll struggle to use all that. even though this Draconic Evolution is such a power-hungry mod, in order to get to that, you need loads of power to get there. Like this thing, this setup here. For those of you who don't know, this is how you make things in Draconic Evolution. This here is supposed to be here though. This actually blocks in there. It's like 3, 3, 3, 3. Is it 10 in total? Yeah, and they kind of point in here. And these things, this is a higher tier one, I believe. I'm not sure which one here, but anyway, one of them is a higher tier one. And so they all beam to whatever's in the middle. That's a construction block thing. It's real complicated. And this here is a little bit of Botania I went into. Epic. Oh, you won't be able to see anything in Botania, for those of you who don't know, if you haven't got the wand thing, the tool you use. The thing. And then you can see actually what's happening. Without this wand you can't see anything. So these are the plants. They all just get the energy, they get the fuel from up here. Running on a timer. These injectors just spew out, I think I set it on coal or something. Depending on which plant you use, they have different like food sources, if you will, in order to output energy. And then these things just, you aim them and you beam them towards something. So these beam to that one beams it down into these mana pools that all accumulates there. Then I aim these two to either this workbench or not workbench, whatever this thing is called again, and or the brewery in order to use the mana that's in there, or to these crystals here. In order to open up this is the Elven trading gate or whatever it is. You activate that. I can't remember. It's too long ago. And it opens up a green light portal. Looks similar to the Twilight portal, but you can actually go through this, which is kind of annoying. And the other bit is actually how the mob farm works. If you guys do want to, ever want to make your own mob farm, that's the mob fan. I'm not gonna break through that. Fuck that. Or am I? Fine. I will just show you guys the name. I was just about to tell you guys not to do that. Don't ever jump in there. I'm lucky because I have this armor so I could fly. But this is like a death trap. If you get caught by these fans and you set it up for the mobs, it's going to push you all the way through and you'll die at the other end. And you won't be able to escape. So yeah, that's your mob fan obviously there. And in here, this one here is the mob grinder from the same mod pack as those ones you just saw. And they all require like a redstone energy signal, which means you need to put a lever on the bottom or somewhere to the block that's touching them or something. Just put the lever, like shift right click and put the lever on top of them would be the easiest way. And this is how this little setup of mine works. I love just watching them die. Bastards. There's a lot of them. I could just sit here and watch them for hours. Let me walk up for you guys. So anyway, I already told you what the mob grinder is there. So loud. So what's happening here? That thing has got the level 10 looting, whatever it is, on top of it, the grinder. So all the items get sucked up by this one here. The vacuum chest goes all through there into my massive gigantic chests over there, and that one, however they're rigged, I can't even remember anymore. And then this one here is the XP vacuum for all those lovely little XP orbs they drop. And so that there works exactly the same as player level, I believe. So for those of you who knows how that works, it works in like a form of multiplication. So, you know, it's easy to get level 1 up to 10 and whatever, and then it gets harder and harder the higher you go. So yeah, just imagine how much XP this is. It's a shit ton. And then you just obviously use that to do all of your enchantments. Got on breaking and protection, what's that, 4 or 5, whatever, and everything. 4. It's probably the maximum at the time. And you can also craft yourself these rings. It gives you these buffs permanently, as long as you have the ring in your inventory. It's real handy. So just on one more time so you guys can have a look how they die. Let's watch them die because it's satisfying. Yeah. Oh yeah, that works on Enderman as well, because it's technically the damage is coming from below. Like Enderman don't teleport. Everybody should know this. Enderman don't teleport if you like hit them on the feet. It's only if you hit them on the body. So technically this damage is hitting them on the feet. So Enderman can't teleport out. So it's an effective Enderman farm as well. As long as you make it 1 to 3 blocks high. Remember, Enderman are 2.5 blocks tall, so make it 3 blocks tall, and you can farm everything. Let me think what else is there. I was quite lazy, so I built myself these ones. These travel anchors. Just because to get jumping around. Yeah. Hello, horsey. That's a good little horsey. Why I did these blocks is because even though I can fly like really fast, I mean like really fast. I'll share now. So yeah, I can fly really damn fast because of all the speed boosts and haste and everything that I have. It still takes a long time, because when you, I mean a lot of you probably have learned this the hard way, like myself already. When you start working with these guys here, those chance cubes, and you want to build the big ones that are 3x3, like yeah, the massive ones. They do a lot of damage and they pretty much destroy everything around them. For those of you who wonder why it's not raining during the thunderstorms, because I built these. They're pretty cheap. They're a pretty cheap solution to get rid of well, the sound of rain constantly everywhere, which is annoying me. And also I think I was getting lag for some reason because of the rain. So these things stop all rain above them in a massive area. Anyway, back to these. So yeah, these ones just save me the effort. So I wanted to go as far as possible. Don't want, yeah, don't want any possible chance of whatever random shit's gonna come out of these chance cubes getting to my base, because they spawn withers and massive domes and whole biomes and this crazy thing. So I didn't want any of that, especially if it's a wither type thing getting to my base. This is where I was doing my little experiments, just creating a little like place for relaxation. Oh dear God, look at these. Wow, you guys have really gone for it. Wow, you, my man, you have really gone for it in the time that I was gone. Yes. Yeah, I'm looking at you, bud. Fucking hell, look at that. Oof. You need some metal. Moving on. This is the little things I did for the Guardian when I summoned the what's that? The Gaia Guardian or whatever that guy was, in order to get that music disc, the heavy metal type cool one I was playing in the base earlier. Oh yeah. This is just for me because it strips you if you fight the empowered one. I'm not sure if it's the same for both of them, but the more dangerous one, it disables all like flight and all that type of stuff, so it basically strips you of your power to run away. So I built one of these up here to kind of shoot him with arrows. So I wasn't sure like how deadly he was gonna be, and well, yeah, I won the fight. And then now I had this armor, so I don't have to worry about that anymore in any way. Back to base. So yeah, even though I have this armor, if you like sometimes if there's a lot of mobs and stuff that spawn, like be careful guys, like you'll be here, you'll be falling, but because you're lagging, you can't double space, so you can't fly. So if you're lagging and you fall, you can be like smashed in space like crazy. You'll still fall to your death and lose all of the stuff you have on you. If you can't retrieve it, because with all this damage reduction I have, it takes you a long time to fall before you die, which means you go below that whatever level that is, the bedrock level equivalent down here, that which is below the point of where you will be able to spawn a grave. So no grave will spawn, and you'll be way down there, and you'll never ever be able to get your stuff. This has happened to me before, and the best way to get your stuff back is hopefully to check that you've got backups, that your game has been making backups. So just go look in your backups and replace your current save with one of the with the latest backup version. Yeah, that's the easy way of doing that. Damn you! I have to walk fly like a peasant. On these dragons you can climb on them. That's what I said. Fly, you beautiful fool! No. No, this is just embarrassing. Can't you fly? Why you no fly? I believe he is stuck in this tree, that's why. He's trying to fly. Oh, just the hell with you, I'll fly myself. Oh, there's that lag. Anyway, what was I doing? I got more of these. So yeah, I have a second row going in this direction. By a row, I mean like a little path away from my base. And this is where this is whatever was left of John's Cube's experiments in this direction of my base. And which is why I continue building a further path going all the way into the distance. And here is where I was building, I believe, Enderman experiments. Not Enderman, sorry, the Wither. This is a Wither farm, is what this is. Yeah, that's what this is. It's been so long, sorry guys, I can't quite remember everything still. So yeah, what we have here is mechanical users. And they're all told to place a block. So, and then I feed them the correct blocks using filters once again on the chest. So they put the soul sand and the wither heads on top. That falls through. And this is the there you go, Draconic infused obsidian. That I cannot remember how that works, but that's some kind of portal. It falls through, and that area links to a designated block that you've marked. And that part which is block, the block that's marked is one of these in the middle here. So it spawns and then basically falls a little and gets teleported into this side. And then I have versus Bob, isn't it? Killer Joe, there we go. This is my man Joe. And I gave him one of these swords with looting and all that shit on. And he's fueled by this here. Just nutrient distillation, which is very, very easy to make. It's just like zombie brains or like spider eyes. No, not brains, heads. I mean, just any type of head, if I remember correctly. You just kind of brew them to make that nutrient distillation, and that just feeds into him. And that is being refilled by this again. Fluid conduit. I love conduits. Going through a dimensional transceiver. The other one is obviously in base, and yeah, just gets fed from there. Teleports through and keeps this drum filled up, so I can harvest as many of these nether stars as I want. Why I built this here, I can't remember. It must have been earlier days of experimentation, when we used to die there playing around with the chance cubes. What fun. Anyway guys, that's it all for now. If you guys have any question, especially with this the generation of this overworld, which is really it's really hard. It's hard work, but it makes the place look nice. And yeah, so far this is my most successful Sky Factory world I've had so far. So that's all nice. Whoopity doo. And Bob's your uncle. Just checking what's all the stuff I have in here. Ugh, such a mess. I'm currently using this here. It's pretty damn cool. This is a wireless inventory panel. So wherever I am, I can access my inventory. That's linked to a, I believe the Ender IO. Is it Ender IO? Yeah, Ender IO panel that's in there. And that can access all three of these Colossus chests because they're all linked with the conduits. So yeah, they're not really meant to work with one another like that, but because they're connected and that's connected to the panel, by extension, this can access all the inventories inside of these massive Colossal chests. There's probably a lot better ways to do that, but that's what I ended up settling on. So yeah, that's that. Any questions? Yeah, just leave them in the comments. Hope you guys enjoy it. Ooh, the weather's actually gone. Hang on, before I say all that, this is what it looks like. Boop. In order to start energy production. Fly, you glorious fool. A little perch. So yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, hope you guys enjoyed it. Any questions, any complaints, any of that, just yeah, leave it in the comments. I'll try and answer, or maybe try and make another tiny video explaining like whatever little pieces it is that you're curious about. Anyway, cheers, and yeah, hope you guys liked it. Bye. Yeah, me again. Yes, I know. I said goodbye like 5 times now. Anyway, I thought I'd just show you how this bit works as well. I remember just roughly, crudely going over this whole bit. This bit of automation here was to make clay. Yeah, that's what it was. Just take one of these, compress dust. There, so there's 9 of these. Let's see if this is set on. It should extract. Pop it in there. Just gonna see what this looks like. And there it is. Turn into clay. See, that's why these are so epic. Yeah, I love Ender IO. These conduits are god tier. Yeah, because trust me, it's gonna annoy the hell out of you especially if you want to try and do that at the start. Try and make a bunch of clay for these things and whatever else it is. Yeah, making the clay is gonna be your biggest challenge. No. That's only connected with one though. Oh well, I guess it's fast enough. Yeah, anyway, that's that. And bye-bye! Again, for the last time, I promise. Cheers.